Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you're having a great day so far. Today's video is covering packet number 5, day 3. So that's what we're on today. I really enjoyed our Zoom yesterday where we started learning about the author Kevin Henkes. We will have another Zoom tomorrow at 1 o'clock where we will learn more about him. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Like I said, we're on packet number 5, day 3. So if we look at the packet, the first part that we have to do is a phonics activity. It says practice writing words using known letter sound knowledge. After writing each word, discuss the meaning of the word. Ask students to repeat the word, then say the individual sounds in the word. Ask student to say the whole word, then write the word on a separate piece of paper, stretching and writing for sounds as he or she spells. Ask student to reread the word he or she wrote. So what you are going to do, oh, Coco just came in. What you are going to do, Coco, did you want to learn? Is, let me reread that. Practice writing words using known letter sound knowledge, and after writing each word, discuss the meaning of the word. So your adult or parent that's doing this with you will say the word. You will repeat the word. So for example, the first word is scrap. So you'll say scrap, and then you'll break it up into its sounds. A. Then you'll say the whole word again. Then write the word on a separate piece of paper, stretching and writing for sounds as he or she spells. So what you're going to do then, you say the word, break it up into its sounds, and then try and write the word based on the sounds that you hear. So if you broke it up into a, try and write the word based on those sounds. What letter would I write first? If I broke it up into its sounds, and my first sound was, I'm going to put an S. It could be a K or a C. I'm going to go with C. A. A. Scrap. So you're going to say the word, break it up into its sounds, and then try and write the word according to the sounds that you heard, and then say the word again, scrap. So I did the first one with you. There are 4 more that you need to do. And it says, if needed, refer to the blend diagram chart in the resource section of packet 4. So in the last packet, we had a blend and diagraph page with information about blends and digraphs. If you need to look at that for reference, you can absolutely do that. That was in the last packet. So for the next portion, we have a reading activity that says reread the article goods and services. So I'm going to reread the goods and services page. So let me share this with you. Goods and services, buying things. People buy things they need and want. They buy food to eat and clothing to wear. They also spend money to have their teeth cleaned and their hair cut. All of these things are either goods or services. What are goods? Goods are real things that people can touch and use. They can be large, like a house or a car. Goods can also be small. Notebooks, bananas, and soap are some small goods. What are services? A service is work done for other people. A dentist's work fixing teeth is a service. Washing cars, mowing lawns, and cutting hair are other services. And then I just want to touch on what a producer and a consumer are. Goods and services are sold by producers. Farmers sell vegetables they grow. Mechanics are producers when they sell the service of fixing cars. Kids are producers when they deliver newspapers or mow lawns. So when you are providing the good or service, you are the producer. When you have the thing or the action that you are selling or offering, you are the producer. A consumer is anyone who buys and uses goods and services. So if you're the person that is buying or using the good or service, you're the consumer. If you are the one that's saying, if you give me $3, I'll mow your lawn, you're the producer because you're the one that is offering a service. If you're the one that's saying, okay, I'll do that, here's my $3, you are the consumer because you are paying for what you want and you are getting that good or service. So consumer is anyone who buys and uses goods and services. People are consumers when they buy food at the grocery store. Kids are consumers when they buy tickets to the movies. So if you are the one buying or using a good or service, you are the consumer. If you are the one offering a good or service, you're the one selling it, you are the producer. So let's go back. And it says, there is not a separate writing task for today. The writing/drawing task from content will serve as the writing task for today. Pick one of the places you chose and draw a picture of it, then write and complete the sentence frame. So let's see. So we'll get to this activity when we get to content because it says there's not a specific writing activity for today. It's part of content, so I will discuss that when we get to content. As always, you have an optional watch the WHRO Learn to Grow segment and practice what was talked about in that segment. For math today, it says have your daily calendar talk, see calendar resource. So just like we've talked about, that's this page. You should have the calendar filled in for May, and we should be doing reviewing the months of the year and the days of the week, determining the day before, today, and tomorrow. And your parent could say some things like, if today is the 13th, what will be the date in 3 days? And you'll have to tell them. Remember, the date has the number in it. If I say what is the day of the week, that's either Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday. If I say the date, that's when you give a number for the day. So you could say May 13th, 2020. That is the date. It has the number for the day and the year. Or you could do it like this. 5, because we have January, February, March, April, May. 13, 20. That's another way that you could write it. So the date has the number for the day and the year. Or you could write it like this. This is the date. The day is Wednesday. The date is May 13th, 2020. That's the difference between day and date. So after you've done your calendar routine for today, It says, Andrew decorated 20 cupcakes to take to a party. He lined them up and put frosting on every second cupcake. Then he put sprinkles on every third cupcake. Then he put a cherry on every fourth cupcake. There was nothing on the first cupcake. How many other cupcakes had no decorations? Did any cupcakes get all 3 decorations? Create a representation of how you solve this problem. So, we're using ordinal numbers. That's what you're working on in this activity. Remember, ordinal numbers tell us the order of something. So if we say it's the first cupcake, we know it is number 1. If we say on the third cupcake, we know that's the cupcake in the third spot. So what I would do is that's my version of a cupcake. I would draw how many? 20 cupcakes. I would draw 20 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I would make it so I have 20 cupcakes. Then follow the directions. Once you have drawn all of your cupcakes, it says, he lined them up and put frosting on every second cupcake. So that means you're skipping one in between. So I would put frosting on this one, skip. I would put frosting on this one, skip. Frosting, skip, frosting, skip. Every second one means that you're skipping one in between. Then he put sprinkles on every third. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. Every third. So on the third one you count sprinkles. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles. On the third one, you're not going like this. 1, 2, 3 sprinkles, because this is the fourth one. It says every third. 1, 2. If it's the third, sprinkles. Then he put a cherry on every fourth. So then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, cherry. 1, 2, 3, 4, cherry. 1, 2, 3, 4, cherry. Every fourth. So like I said, you're not going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, cherry, because that is the fifth. It says you need to do it for the fourth. When you get to the fourth, and you count to 4, you put a cherry on it. There was nothing on the first cupcake. So, and it says you should have nothing on the first cupcake. No sprinkles, frosting, cherry, nothing. How many other cupcakes had no decorations? Did any cupcakes get all 3? So after you've done this, but for all 20, I only drew 5. You would draw all 20 and follow this pattern for the whole thing. And then it says, how many other cupcakes had no decorations? So the first one, for example, had no decorations, no frosting, sprinkles, or cherries. So then count how many in all had no decorations. Then it says, did any cupcakes get all 3 decorations? So did any of them get frosting, sprinkles, and cherry? Count how many got all 3 and write it down. And then it says, create a representation of how you solve this problem. That'll be your pictures. So like I said, I only drew up to 5. You're going to draw 20 cupcakes and keep following the pattern. So if it says, every second cupcake got frosting, you would do that all through 20. So you would do 1, 2, frosting, 1, 2, frosting, 1, 2, frosting, 1, 2, frosting. That you would do that until you've gone all the way through 20. Same thing for the sprinkles and the cherry. And then you should be able to answer those questions. How many other cupcakes had no decorations? Did any cupcakes get all 3 decorations? You should be able to solve that after looking at the picture after you've followed all of the directions. So that is your math problem for today. I did not draw all 20 because this is your work. You need to show your thinking. So that is our math for today. Now we're going to look at content. It says, consumers buy or use goods and services. In reading, you read the passage, goods and services. Review the passage and complete the task below. So if you feel like you need to reread the goods and services pages, you can. They look like this. The goods and services page here, buying things, what are goods, what are services, and producers and consumers. You can reread all of those if you'd like to. If you need a refresher before content time. So after you've done that, if you need the refresher, it says list, and this is the thing that also counts for writing. List 4 places that you have been a consumer. So that's 4 places where you have been the one to buy something or get or use a good or service. So some examples that they've listed: school cafeteria, getting lunch, riding the school bus. Because when you ride the bus, that's a service. Someone is driving you to school. That's a service that you are using. Going to the library, going to the store, getting a haircut, lots of ideas. List 4 places that you have been a consumer. And how were you being a consumer? Write these ideas down on a piece of paper. So on a piece of paper, you're going to list 4 places that you have been a consumer. So you have been the one taking advantage or getting or paying for a good or service. Write 4 of those places. Then explain how you were being a consumer. So if you write riding the school bus, you then need to write a sentence saying, I was a consumer because someone was driving me to school. That's the service that they were doing for you. If you write buying lunch, you would write you're a consumer because you are paying for the lunch that you are getting. Or you could put if you're getting ice cream, you're paying for the ice cream. The ice cream is the good that you are buying. So after you've done that, pick one of the places you chose and draw a picture of it. So after you've listed 4 places where you have been the consumer and you've listed how you were being a consumer for each place, you need to pick one of the places you chose and draw a picture of it. So then pick one of these and draw a picture of it. Then write and complete the sentence frame. So then you'll draw a picture of the one that you choose and answer this sentence frame. You're going to write 4 places where you're a consumer and explain how you were being a consumer. Then pick one of those places and draw a picture of it and fill in this sentence frame. When I go to the blank, I am a consumer because blank. So if you picked, when I go to the library, I am a consumer because I am checking out books. You are getting the good of a library book by checking it out. You'll fill that in for whichever one you've picked. When I go to the blank in the one that you pick, where were you being a consumer? That would go here. When I go to the blank, I am a consumer because, and write why or how you were being a consumer when you go there. So that's why this is kind of content and writing, because you're doing the writing portion as well. So that's why it takes up kind of both activities for today. After you've done that, that is all that we have assigned for today. If you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm here to answer them. Today is the drawing for the KFC family meal, so I'm fingers crossed that someone from our class will get picked. We've got your names entered in the drawing based on how much work you've turned in, and we will make sure to let you know once the drawing has occurred. Like I said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope that you enjoy some time outside and are keeping your brains busy while we're kind of stuck at home. I love you and I miss you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.